Hey, so I want to talk candidly and share advice or insight into water-only washing from a professional standpoint. And if you're not familiar with water-only washing, it's pretty much what it sounds like. And some people call it water mostly method, something like that, where basically you don't use any type of product to cleanse or clarify your hair and scalp. You're just relying on water. Where do I begin? Hear me out. The I guess you can say argument behind water only washing is that there was a time before chemicals and cleansing products were created that people had hair and they were able to grow their hair pretty long, so there isn't a need for shampoos and products that cleanse your hair or dry it out. So people are gravitating toward water only washing. One of the main issues that I see with this is that in order to have healthy hair, you need to have a healthy scalp. And in order to have a healthy scalp, you have to cleanse it. You have to clarify it, just like your skin or your pores. Like if I put on a lot of makeup and I just kind of run water on it, the makeup's going to stay there. I'm going to see a lot of acne and breakouts and pimples and things like that because I'm not removing the dirt that's on my face. So you think of your scalp, which is skin, in the same regard. Even if you're not using any type of products and oils on your hair, you still live on Earth. And sorry to say, in 2016, our planet is pretty polluted. So if you're living in a city and you have buses and cars around you, yeah, the air may look clean, but if you've ever seen a bus that like shoots out black smoke from the exhaust pipe, that's really what smog and, these emissions from gas look like, but they've been engineered to be clear so that you can't see them, so that they're colorless and odorless, but they're still in the air. So if you're just walking around outside without using any products, you're still getting dirt into your hair and especially into locks because locks hold on to products. There are bacteria floating through the air, microscopic bacteria that you may or may not be able to see. There's a naturally occurring fungus on your scalp. That's what produces things like dandruff. And there's other environmental things that get into our hair, and water is not able to remove it because water doesn't have a hydrophilic property. You need to have a product that is attracted to these dirt particles and things so that when you do apply the water to your hair, it rinses them away. I say all that to say you can never cleanse your hair or remove dirt, whether environmental or products, with just water. It's never going to happen. It's not possible. Not 5 months down the line, not a year down the line. You're just going to allow dirt to accumulate on your hair and scalp. The second issue that I see with water only washing is that a lot of people feel that with the water only washing method, it's best, or it's realistic to do the water only, rinse your hair with water more frequently because they feel like that cleanses more. However, if you look at the structure of hair, the pH of hair, sorry to get a little scientific, but it's really important. The pH of your hair is around 5. The pH of water is 7. So just naturally putting water on your hair, it does, one, raise the cuticle layer, which can cause dryness. It can cause your hair to be brittle. And it can cause your hair to be weak, especially for people that have color treated hair. The other problem is that with frequent water applications to your hair is almost like a sponge, and especially with locks, your hair strand can swell, or does swell, up to 300% of its size. And constant swelling and contracting, it weakens it. If you've never had a sponge like in your sink that you use for your kitchen for longer than a couple months, because it starts to wear down and break down. Yeah, because of the constant scrubbing, but also because it's constantly swelling and shrinking, swelling and shrinking. So it's called, I think it's called hydro fatigue or water fatigue or something like that. It's where your hair just gets weak from so much water. So those are my main concerns with water only washing and just trying to use water on your hair. Not to mention that with Locs, because they hold on to all those products and things, just going to accumulate, and you know, you can get like mold in your hair, you can get bacterias that grow in your hair and your scalp, and I really feel like you don't want those problems. So my professional recommendation is to stay away from water only washing. It's not a real thing. Just like co-washing is not a real thing. We, the natural hair community, have invented co-washing, and that led the hair industry to make cleansing co-washes to put surfactants in conditioner, because you're not actually cleaning your scalp if you're using conditioner. You're not actually cleaning your scalp if you're using water. That's a problem. And you can never tell me that your scalp can be clean without any type of surfactant property on it. And of course, there are natural alternatives to using commercially available soaps. So many other options, but water is not one of them.